So, what you doing?
I am peeling apples. The apples that we got at the apple farm. You can see down here I got a bunch. So some of these are from County Line Orchard and some of them are from Stage. It's Stades, okay. Well, you said Slades and now it's stuck in my head. So some of them are from Stades and some of them are from County Line Orchard, which I went to like the weekend before. So they were starting to get a little old, so it's time to start peeling some apples. And you got me this apple peeler for Mother's Day?
No, you're
I don't remember why you bought this for me. But it was a gift. And I do love it a lot.
Oh, it was an early anniversary gift.
Oh, our anniversary, by the way, was yesterday. We were able to give each other like a cute little surprises. Matt got me these beautiful flowers right over there.
Ta-da!
He did good. And I got us some ribeye steaks. That's what we had for lunch yesterday, which turned into just basically that was the only meal I had yesterday because it was really filling. Now I'm just gonna peel these apples and I'm gonna make apple sauce, apple butter, and apple jelly. Super easy. Anyone can do this.
Yeah, I actually bought this peeler. This was actually supposed to arrive this week. When I ordered it, it said, "Oh, it's back in the warehouse. It is on its way." And I didn't even have Amazon Prime. And I got here.
Got here super fast.
Yeah. So
yeah. Once we get these processed, then I'm gonna chop them up, put a little sugar, a little lemon, and I'm gonna get going on making some sauce and butter and jelly. Sauce and butter you actually make with the flesh of the apple. Jelly you make with the skins and cores. I'm throwing away the skins and cores right now because I've already packed a huge thing full of skins. Go show them the skins.
yeah, I'm gonna walk over here. Check this out. So you see the top's already coming off, but bam!
So that makes apple jelly. We'll check back to you guys. Oh, dang it. Yeah. Oh, dang. It keeps breaking. We'll check back with you guys when I am like actually making some stuff, I guess. Okay? Okay. So we chopped up all of the apples and I added in about 3, almost 4 tablespoons of sugar. This one is going to be apple butter, so this one's going to go for like 8 hours. And some lemon juice and a little bit of cinnamon because I like a little bit of cinnamon in my apple butter. But this is going to be on low for about 8 hours. The changes that this is going to make is like unreal. I mean, obviously you can tell it's just like apple slices right now, but in a few hours it'll look like apple pie filling with a lot of juice, and then that juice will cook off and then it'll get really smooth, and then we'll mash it with potato masher. And at that point it'll be apple sauce, and then it'll just continue to just kind of bubble and boil away, and then you'll notice it just gets darker in color, and then that becomes apple butter. Aside of popular belief, apple butter does not contain any butter, in case you didn't know that. My apple butter is amazing. So apple butter, what's in here is like 6 different varietals or 5 different varietals of apples, which all have a different baking and cooking style, and they all have a slightly different flavor. So it's not just like when you think of a generic apple from the store, although you can make all this stuff from the store varietals as well. But mine, I did a bunch of different ones because I was like, I want to try all these, and I just put them all together.
The one thing that also great when you're doing a slow cooker, it gives a nice, beautiful apple smell in your kitchen.
Oh, it makes the apartment smell so good.
It makes you super hungry for some dessert.
So good. I know it's like, I'm just going to go take a spoonful. Yeah. And it is really good. You could eat it right now if you wanted to, and it would taste like apple pie, but this thing is going to cook now for about 8 hours. So our next batch of actual apple sauce is ready to go and be mixed. This is about 1/2 cup of sugar. I normally don't put a lot of sugar in here, but we have some because usually we have pretty sweet apples, but I have a few tart apples, so I need to balance that out. We also put in some lemon juice for some citric acid that helps with the coloration and stabilization of the flavor. Helps, again, balance it out between the sweet and the acid. And I'm just going to mix it up. We're going to put it in, I use a wok because it gets the heat, it distributes the heat and it gets the moisture out pretty quickly. So I'm going to get in the pot. While I got my applesauce started by putting it in the wok on a medium heat. And we're just waiting for them to cook, which these do take a long time to cook. I'm going to start working on these guys. So this is just apple skins and cores. They're going to go in the pot, fill it with a little bit of water, just so it covers, boil the heck out of it. And then this will turn into pectin and apple flavoring, which then we will use that juice, and we're going to strain this out, use that juice and some sugar, and make some jelly. Alrighty, we got our applesauce out of the pot. This is what it looks like after, about 3 hours of cooking. Making applesauce is not quick, but it is easy. So it's just cooked it down and use a potato masher to mash it up, and then I do a fine blend with my little hand mixer. You can also put this in a blender and blend it up, but I find that makes it a little bit too fine. The hand blender, what I like about it is that it lets it maintain some of that like grainy texture. So you see, I still keep chunks in mine, and it is still very, very, very hot. So what I'm going to do is I've got some cans ready. I'm going to put it in some jars, and then we're going to put the lid on it, still kind of warm. Hopefully it'll start to can itself before I do an actual canning process a little bit later. Yeah, it looks pretty good though, huh? Smells delightful, I'll tell you that right now. Only 2.5 hours left on the apple butter, and it's looking pretty darn good. We're just trying to get some of the moisture out of it now so it is even more smooth and luxurious. And I want it to be a little bit darker brown, but it should be nice, like chestnutty color. And then right here is just the apple juice. Okay, so this is the apple skins that have been boiled down. And then we took the skins and the cores and everything out. So this is what's left over. This was just basically water and skins. And this is about 8 cups left over after boiling it down. And it looks like we got a good amount of pectin. You can tell by the like the bubble that's like right there and it's not going away. That means there's a bunch of pectin inside of it, which is great. Woohoo, it just burst. That means this is going to turn into a nice jelly, so I don't have to add anything to it. So now we're going to be adding, I'm going to go get, we're going to add a boatload of sugar into this. So for every 1 cup of jelly juice, it's going to be 1/2 cup of sugar. So we're looking at about 4 cups of sugar for this whole thing. Yay! No, wait. If it's 8 cups, it's 8 half cups. Yeah, it's 4 cups, right? Is that math right? I hope so. All right, fire is on for the jelly. This will look very different. Soon enough, we're gonna get to a nice rolling boil, and then we're gonna get to gel point, about 220 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'll can it. It's gonna be a fun time. I also hate making jelly in the wok, but I did not properly separate this, so I have to do it all at once in a single batch. So pay no mind to the fact that I am making jelly in a wok, which is not normal. Epic music, close up of the jelly. cooking with gas. So, I mean, we are actually cooking with gas, but, so we are doing it. We are at 230 degrees. So this is actually gel point, but I'm gonna watch it and make sure it kind of stays around here because there still is a little bit of juice to kind of go. But yeah, this is what jelly looks like. So remember earlier, just a second ago, the line of the juice was up here, and well, after some long time of little rolling boils and some moving around, it got down to this. And so now this is gonna be like a nice syrup. See how it's kind of slowly coming off of there? But this stuff is hot, 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 so I gotta be super careful. Okay. Okay. It's done. See how it's kind of falling off as it cools? It's kind of gelling. So we got it just past gel point. Perfect. Oh, what was that? Here are the spoils so far. We've got applesauce, which somehow turned out darker brown and gray, and I know why that happened. It's because I didn't put enough citric acid in it, meaning either lemon juice or actual citric acid. So this is a little bit darker than it normally would be. It's just because of oxidation. And then here's my jelly. My jelly comes out red because I use red apples for that guy. And then the butter, which is still cooking. But it's still pretty hot, so I don't really want to touch it. But yeah, my jelly comes out nice and clear. And just red instead of the yellowy brown stuff you see in the store. If you were to use primarily yellow or green apples, then you would get that yellowy brown color that you see in stores. But mine comes out red, and it's really flavorful. I really like it. That's what I got so far. I'm just waiting on the butter. Just behind me, the butter is a-going. It's so close. It's got just about an hour left, and it's so close. It's 8 o'clock at night. I always forget how long apple butter takes me because I use a slow cooker. It would go a little bit faster if you were to use like a pot and like the oven or stuff like that. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but it's almost done. Oh, it's so close. And I do have a mountain of dishes that have been cleaned up, and I still have to clear off my island behind me, so it's been a day. This is always more work than I remember it was last year. Hopefully I'll reference this video again to be like, don't do that. But I really do like to do it. So this is what we've been doing today, and we'll check back once the butter gets done. I'll show you guys everything.
We are back on all my jamming.
So it's almost 24 hours from the last time I left you guys. Cause that butter took forever. I always forget how long these things take. As I told my friends, you know, all this stuff is like crazy easy to do, but it's horrifyingly long cook times. Like just so long. Anyway, I'm canning these now. They already self-canned, but I don't trust self-canning. Self-canning means that they were hot when they like vacuum sealed themselves, and I don't trust that. So these ones just came out of the pot, so they should be making pinging noises very soon. And these ones are cool-ish.
Right. If you heard that, it was inside the bowl.
Which is not normal. Yeah. Put the lid on these guys. 10 minutes. And then we'll have everything. Oh, this is how the butter came out looking. Hot. Okay, this is still really bad.
She does not have the burnt calluses.
I don't have the burnt calluses. This is how, I should do this. This is how the applesauce came out. So see how much lighter it is. It still looks kind of gray to me, but this is the apple butter. This is the apple sauce. So butter is way thinner and not thinner. It's way smoother, like butter. So these ones just got cool. These ones are gonna start cooking, and then that's what we did this weekend. Yay! Also other stuff. You'll notice this shirt in other videos coming up in the future. But other than that, peace! Have a great apple weekend.